It's Peter Pouchon right here with me, a beautiful smile, Allison, the author of Stealing Peace. Let's talk about racism. It's my pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Peter. It's great to be on your show.
All right, this is the book that we're about to talk about, Stealing Peace. Allison, tell us about the book. Where can the people find this book? And tell us about, I know it's a lot of work.
It's so much work, but it's labor of love. And, Peter, I've been writing poetry for a very long time, since I was a little girl. But actually, the last time I was speaking to you on your show, which was a couple of years ago, I was talking about doing this book. And now I've finished it. It's complete. And if anyone wants to get it, they can go to xlibris.com, which is xlibris.com. Or they can find it on Amazon.com, as well as Barnes & Noble, barnesandnoble.com. In 2010, they should be able to find it in their local bookstores, or they can actually request it at their local bookstore. Just give them the name, Stealing Peace, and my name, and
let's talk about racism. So tell us.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. What do you think? Now we got Obama in office, and then this book talk about racism. Dr. King had a dream. I know your father had met with Dr. King, and maybe you were sharing some emotional in the book, like writing this book and your poetry, so. Talk to the community. I know.
Everyone always says to me, how can you talk about this with a smile on your face? Or how are you so lighthearted about it? And I think because of the faith, the faith that I have in mankind, I really do believe that it is a disease. It's a human disease that we're all suffering from. But I really do believe that we can find a cure for it. And the more we talk about it, that's why I said, let's talk about racism. Let's talk it off the planet. This is a poetic way of phrasing it. But the more we talk about it and are not afraid to discuss it amongst each other comfortably, with a smile on our face, and knowing that we're excited and happy about getting closer. What excites me is that the more we talk about it, I feel like the closer we are to actually finding a cure for this very, very prolific disease that I say is underneath the sheets with us all at night when we go to sleep. Really.
Do you think racism still exists in America?
It exists everywhere. I think it exists everywhere. It exists everywhere in the world. It's not really just a black or white issue. It is a human condition, I believe, that is worldwide. It's a disease that has spread worldwide, and it's a very, very deadly disease. And hopefully we have to work towards getting it off the planet. Let's just take it and remove it. And in the poem that I had in the book, called Let's Talk About Racism, the last line actually in that poem, I say, let's talk about racism so that poets can write poems only about love.
I see. You're talking about poem, and maybe you could share maybe one of the stories.
Well, you want me to give you a few lines that go before that one?
Share something with us.
Okay, all right. Let's go to that one.
Okay.
You have your book?
Yes.
I have mine. We'll do a reading here. I'm on page 19. Did you find yours? And I'll take it from the beginning. You let me know how much time we have. You guys have to get your copy of Stealing Peace also, okay? Because we're going to read from here. And let's talk about racism so it can rain 40 days and 40 nights with peace. Let peace litter the streets with joy like a ticker-tape parade, but our heroes we cheer will be us. With pieces of heaven cascading down from the sky, peace will drop, and the children spirits of Soweto will stick their tongues out to let love-laced flakes of peace fall into their mouths like snowflakes from their first snow of a warm, wishful winter. You want me to go on, Peter?
Go on.
Okay. When we talk about racism, words will be shaped into hearts flooding office corridors to travel away from water coolers and away from bulletproof cubicles to seep into the air we all breathe. Talks of racism will flow, unveiling hidden words spoken loudly in Bed-Stuy barbershops, and we are in Bed-Stuy, aren't we?
Yes.
We are in Bed-Stuy, and soul food kitchens where meals should be eaten without talks of racism. Candlelight dinners for new lovers with new hopes and new dreams won't be spoiled with talks of racism. Racism would have already been taught. When we talk about racism, the guest who's coming for dinner will no longer be a guest, because we as humans will all know each other, and the secrets of who we are will be solved. Mother Africa's little children named England, Belgium, France, and Spain can all come back home again, because a mother's love is always forgiving. Let's talk about it so the Philippines can tell Prince Philip of Spain, no thank you, you can keep your name and we can keep our country and our freedom. Let's talk about racism so we can pin a colored ribbon on our shirts to find a cure for this age-old disease. Let's talk about it so we can stop Indians from selling their kidneys on the streets of India as if they were hot off the press and sold like newspapers on the corner of a busy Manhattan street. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about racism to each other, to Oprah, Jerry Springer, Montel, Dr. Phil, Tyra, and even Susie Orman. Let's talk about it so we can get it out of our systems and keep it out of our nurseries and out of our nursery rhymes, because fairy tales can come true. They can happen to you and me, and peace will remain in pieces. Let Hillary talk about it, Sarah Palin, McCain, Obama, and Biden. Let's talk about racism so that it can be disarmed and not used as a tool to put you against me, so there is no we when our riches are being stolen right up from underneath us. Our bauxite in Jamaica, rubber from the Congo, gold, diamonds, and oil from Africa, oil from Trinidad, oil from Iraq, heroin and opium from Afghanistan, cocaine from Latin America, and salt from India. Let's talk about racism for the healing to start and for the stealing to stop. Let's talk about racism so that poets can write poems only about love.